Hi guys, thanks for joining us again on the channel. So, there's a reason I haven't talked about this one until now. It's not because I didn't want to talk about it, but because I needed to get it right. And now, the wait's over. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now, let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details. To get things started, let's hear from our first reviewer.
This reviewer purchased this electric bike as a gift for their 70-year-old father, who doesn't drive and was finding his regular bike limiting. He needed something to help with short trips for groceries and medication. After searching online, our reviewer settled on this model, finding its price reasonable for what seemed like a decent quality build. This client reports the electric bike was surprisingly easy to assemble, taking their father only about 30 minutes. It even came with all the necessary tools. Apparently riding it is just as straightforward. The reviewer's father got the hang of it almost immediately, practicing within their gated community. The bike weighs around 50 pounds, and the instructions indicate you need to recharge it when the battery indicator shows only 2 lights illuminated. There are a couple of drawbacks that this reviewer felt were important to mention. First, the battery isn't removable, which makes charging inside the house inconvenient. Second, only the seat height is adjustable. The front wheel cannot be adjusted. Because of this, it's recommended to opt for a smaller frame if you feel unsure about your riding abilities. The reviewer plans to update their feedback after a few months of use, particularly regarding the battery life. Overall, this client seems pleased, stating that it's a reasonable electric bike. Most importantly, it's given their father greater freedom and made his life easier. The ease of assembly and use are definite positives.
Excellent. Let's find out what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer wanted to share their thoughts on this electric bicycle, and it's a mixed bag. As an adult user, they find it has some pros and cons. The folding feature is nice in theory, but because it doesn't fold completely in half, getting it into a car is still a bit of a struggle due to its size and weight. Our reviewer even suggests considering folding pedals to make loading easier, or even just opting for a bike rack instead. One initial disappointment was the need to pedal uphill. It definitely needs that extra boost, though this client notes that it wasn't overly taxing, even in very hot weather. The brakes, however, are a definite area for improvement. This client didn't find them as responsive as they feel they should be, especially considering they are disc brakes. On the brighter side, the battery life seems solid so far. While it can get a bit noisy when pedaling, the seat is surprisingly comfortable, and the overall ride quality is pretty good, even on pavement, paths, and grass. The reviewer felt stable even when going over bumps. They also appreciated the bike's aesthetic touches like the color and lights and found it easy to assemble. The inclusion of tools was a nice bonus. Overall, this client isn't regretting the purchase, especially since they were looking for an entry-level electric bicycle to try out. Following the initial review, the seller was very responsive in addressing the concerns with the bicycle, and for that reason, our reviewer felt it was worth adding a star to their rating.
Wonderful. Now, let's explore the feedback from our next reviewer.
This reviewer decided to treat themselves after the holidays, using some gift cards to snag this electric bike while it was on sale. They went in with realistic expectations, knowing that an under $500 price point wouldn't deliver the same quality as a much more expensive model. But far from being disappointed, our reviewer found it to be a great value for the money. The bike seems well constructed and packed with features. A digital display shows speed, power assist level, and mileage. It also has front and rear LED lights with the tail light brightening when the brakes are applied. A rear rack offers cargo carrying capability, and there are even mounting points for a child's seat. The handlebars are adjustable for a customized riding position, and the seat height is easily adjustable with a quick-release lever. The front tire also has a quick-release mechanism. The reviewer was surprised by the bike's power, noting it has plenty of pep for its price. The shifters and tires are also surprisingly nice quality. The pedals are plastic, which they weren't thrilled about, but feel it's an easy upgrade if needed. There's even space to add a front basket. Their teenage son enjoys riding it, finding it comfortable and powerful enough for his needs. The reviewer isn't a fan of the fenders and plans to remove them, but considers that a minor issue. They did swap out the seat for something more comfortable, finding the original a bit too firm for longer rides. Overall, this client recommends this electric bike as a good option for those seeking an affordable commuter or entry-level electric bike. They feel it offers excellent value for the price.
That's all for today. If you like this, hit that like button and subscribe. Let's keep the conversation going in the comments.